Hello everyone, how are you? It's Kei. Thank you for joining on this live stream today. This is the 7th of May, 2022, and this is on Saturday. So yeah, we are already May already. So yeah, time flies. Okay, so sorry, I just came to desk. So let's start the live for today. This is Saturday and the markets are closed. So basically I will just do some free talk. I will just talk about any topics that just comes up in my mind, and I hope you enjoy today's live. Oh yeah, so let's see. Let me change the screen. Okay, and a quick disclaimer is that basically this live stream is all for the educational purposes only. So when you take trades, please do at your own risk. And also, since this is live, if you can please follow the rules and guidelines, that would be great. And recently, there are many fake accounts of mine using my name and creating some spamming accounts. So yeah, please be careful on these social media accounts. All right. Yeah, so let's see who's here first. All right. Carbon, thank you for joining. Libor and Buta, also good to see you. Stefano and Peter, RSHN, good to see you too. And Mahardika and TikTok, William, thank you for joining. And Yar and Siu, KOM and Asif Faiz, Jitendra and Loveday, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Okay, so yeah, today, which topic to talk about? Well, first, I can look back the markets from for this week. It has been quite rough, and I took only one trade, but that one got some very small loss. And that was it. So yeah, because market was quite rough, and it was just going up and down in a range. And every time the news release, it goes backwards, and the markets became very tricky. So basically, I was away. I was looking at the charts, monitoring charts, but I wasn't really feeling to take trades actively. So so that was my impression from this week. So hopefully next week we have big trends and stable trends, or maybe towards the end of May we might see some big trends. Usually when there's a big trends previous months, then the first or second week of the month or the next months are going to be quiet or range. So yeah, even if the market goes up and down, very spiky, you may not be able to capture nice profits because it's very tricky markets. So yeah, for me, I took some nice profits in March and April also. So I can be easy on May. But whenever I see any opportunities, then I will simply take them on May. So yeah, I guess we have to, I think this is very important, but we have to psychologically have distance in between yourself and the markets. If you are too close to markets, then I think you become too emotional and too stressful. But if you're too away from the charts, from markets, then you may lose passion, you may lose interest to trade and see charts. So I think we have to find a good distance, a comfortable distance or comfort zone, so to speak, between you and the markets. I think this is very important in mindset. Before, I was too close to markets. Every time I see entry edges, I wanted to take everything. And every time I see exit timings, I wanted to take all these exit timings as possible, and that was my mistake. So when I first started my trades, Forex trades, I was a scalper, and afterwards, I took entries and exits, maybe 30, 40, sometimes 50 trades per day, and that was very tiring actually. Yeah, I took so many trades, but the end of the day, I was break even or I was even losing. And when it happened for 3 months, I got so discouraged. So that was like I was going into darkness of trading at that time because I didn't know what to do and I didn't know how to improve my trades. So I was completely under the darkness. So and what's worse was that that was when I became full-time trader. So when I was trading part-time, hold on, let me do this with the biggest screen. Yeah, so when I was a part-time trader and full-time worker, my performance were good actually. I got some returns every month. Although my screen times were only 3 hours, 4 hours per day, I was still able to run some profits and get some returns every month. And that's why I became a full-time trader. And because once I become full-time trader, I thought I could make more profits because I can screen charts in longer hours. So because of that mindset, actually this was my mistake, was I changed my strategy. Well, I didn't change the whole thing, but I changed parts of these strategies. And I did scalping. When I was a part-time trader, I was not a scalper. I was more like intraday trading style. But after I became full-time, after quitting my job, I decided to do this in scalping way so that I can have more entry chance and I can have more profits. But as a result, it became break-even per month. And for the 3 months, it became break-even. And I got depressed. I got depression. And I had to take some medicine to cure depression. And that was very, very difficult to overcome. So that's exactly when I deleted all these indicators. You know, I was buying the indicators. I was looking for Holy Grail. I was buying these indicators, paid indicators and paid EAs and some paid services like you know, there are so many paid services out there like order flow, like market order or like heat map of the positions on each broker or each currency pairs, or like a strength chart. Some websites offered the strength chart, you know, paid subscription. So I was using all these tools, indicators, and also I was running EA also, and took maybe 30 to 50 trades per month, per day. But yeah, it was no success. So that was very tricky. That was very stressful. But I didn't want to come back to full-time job. Well, I wasn't able to. The reason was because I said to the colleagues, you know, I said goodbye to all the colleagues. And I said, I will never come back because I will be successful in trading. And in the future, you know, if you want me to teach the trading, I will. So goodbye, I said. So, you know, after losing a couple months, it's kind of a shame to come back to that company and start working again. So yeah, I decided not to come back, but instead, what I did was I deleted all these indicators. I unsubscribed all these services and completely started to study by my own, with my own with my own experience. So that's when I was using all the white candlesticks. Before I was color the candlesticks, the bullish candles, bearish candles, I was putting green and red. But after that, I was going crazy, too crazy, that I did all the candles white colors with a black background, and I was basically practicing in that way. Still, I was under complete darkness, but I started to see some lights when I started to master the price action and lines. And then, after I added the Ichimoku indicator, it actually worked very well. Before I became full-time, when I was studying the Forex, I knew about the Ichimoku, but I didn't use Ichimoku because Ichimoku, to me, back then was too complicated. And why the lines is actually forward, why this line is backwards, Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen are not even moving averages. So I thought this is too complicated, and I didn't feel like using that Ichimoku. So yeah, I knew about Ichimoku. I studied a little bit, but I didn't use it back then. So, but I remember that Ichimoku was interesting, and I had the original books in my hand. So after practicing all the white candles, then I started to read the original books of Ichimoku, and then things start to make sense. And then I was building my strategy. As of now, which I call KTS, K's Trading Strategy. Well, right now I'm actually thinking to change the name, KTS. KTS sounds like too general, like K's Trading Strategy. But I'm thinking to name my strategy officially, and once I do, I will let everybody know. But I built my strategy, and then based on backtesting, I get success in the long run. So, and along the way, there were some losses or break-evens, but my psychology became much easier to follow my own strategy. And I think that was because I was always using somebody else's strategy and always no success. But since I started to use my own strategy with my backtesting, with my confidence, then I become successful gradually, year by year. So it's not like a short journey, it's a long journey. And I'm still revising my strategies too. Recently, I revised my exit timings and entry timings also. I'm revising right now. So I do like revise, like a change or improve my trades, my strategies over time like this. And I'm using it in the future markets, but in Forex. But yeah, I guess coming back to the original topics, we have to have room in between yourself to markets. If you're too close, then I think that's not the way to success. Like we can be close. Like you can have motivation. You can have motivation to study Forex, study trading, study Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. It's okay, but when it comes to trading, when it comes to having the positions, I think you have to have some room in between you and the markets. Before, I was too close. When I was scalping, I was monitoring like almost, I would say, maybe over 12 hours per day, maybe 14 hours or I don't know, 15 hours. Yeah, per day, I was consistently checking the charts, monitoring over 30 pairs, having 6 screens in front of myself. Right now, I'm only using 1 screen to trade, but I was using 6 screens to trade. And yeah, watching the website, news website, I was watching, following the Twitter account, I was watching the other strength chart or heat map, order flow, all these New York option cut every day. And trading that way. But yeah, looking back, I was too close to markets, and it wasn't my style. Yeah, for somebody, maybe for you, it might be a style, but at least for me, it wasn't. So yeah, that was my mistake. I didn't know my style. I didn't know what would be the comfortable way to trade. Like, BNF. BNF is, one of the best traders in Japan, stock traders in Japan, stocks and index traders in Japan. And BNF is a scalper, basically. Well, he holds over time or, in a day, but most likely within the day, he cuts positions. So he is intraday, and he looks at the charts, but he more looks at numbers in the markets, like close price, open price, start price, start and close, and high and low. And also he looks at different markets at the same time, and almost like intuitively he trades. So in that sense, that's more like he sees patterns in numbers, and also in sectors he analyzes the charts because he's trading stocks. So he was more like a intuitive and very quick trader. But for myself, I like to take time. When I decide something, I don't want to quickly catch that, and I don't want to quickly release that. I want to think about it, and I want to build some confirmations logically, and I want to trade based on the rules. And if the trading edge doesn't come with my rule, then I'm willing to wait for that to come and then enter or stay away. So after a couple of years, I thought this style is more comfortable for me, but it took me at least, I would say, 2 or 3 years to know about myself, know about what style I'm comfortable with. So it took me like 2 or 3 years to know that. And then I learned how to keep distance in between myself and the chart psychologically, so that I don't stick to charts anymore. So after these losing years by scalping and get depression, my next question was, so if number of trades doesn't really matter in profit, or how many trades you take doesn't really matter in profits, then how can I make profits? How can I be more efficient in trading was my next question. I thought efficiency comes in numbers, in number of trades, number of screening time, I thought, but it wasn't. So I was thinking, I started to think how to decrease the number of trades and how to decrease the screening time, but still makes same profits. So make same profits as I trade like 30 or 40. I was always thinking that. And then I came up with the idea of my own strategy right now that I show on the YouTube. So yeah, I think the best motivation for me was not to give up. Yeah, I never gave up, and that's why I get success. But even so, I didn't give up, but also for some reason I liked to see charts. I like to sit down in the PC and see charts. It was always interesting. And whenever I run the tester, Forex Tester, and backtest, just looking at the charts, looking at the candlestick going, that was also very interesting. Whenever I see these wicks, these bullish candles, bearish candles, it also very interesting for me. So this pure interest actually was becoming my motivation just to keep going. But when I lost for the 3 months or like a 6 month struggle, that was a pain. That was complete darkness. Yeah, so that was a very tough situation back then. But now I'm glad that I kept doing it because, otherwise I won't be able to be here in Dubai. So, and I wouldn't be able to, live like in this style. So I really glad that I made the right choice not to quit the trading. So yeah, and also I'm able to share my experience, my strategy to you, and hopefully I can help you to become a non-losing trader. And it's my privilege to be able to do this. So I really, how to say, yeah, I was really making right decision to do this actually. All right, yeah, I see many comments. Thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Denish says, question K, do you fully understand how the smart money market makers operate? I'm asking to get a feel for whether they use volume, hunt stop losses, etc. I'm not sure actually. I don't really care about the smart money markets or market makers operates. I'm not really sure, and I don't really care because I simply follow the major direction, and when the trend ends, simply that's when I exit. So before I was watching the market makers orders, and also I was referring to all these articles on the bank's central bank or interbank. Also I was referring to all these datas in the markets positions also, but now I don't really. And I was watching volumes before, but I don't watch them anymore because according to my style, according to my strategy, I don't really need volumes to monitor. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's see. All right, Alexander says, I applied your strategy with options, stock options. It worked, but not for options for the time decay. But it works with the stocks, but I need to save more money to do with the stocks. Sure, I think my strategy works the best in Forex because I'm a Forex trader. I mainly trade Forex. Sometimes I trade gold, but gold is range the whole time, so I'm not really trading gold anymore, but I'm focusing the Forex. And this year, I wanted to trade the stock markets or index, but I found that this is not the best time to start, so I'm just focusing Forex right now. Yeah. Khalid says, why you leave Japan and stay in Dubai? Multiple reasons. One is the time zone. Back in Japan, I wasn't able to monitor New York because it was too late. And usually when I wake up in the morning in Japan, markets are quiet until 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. until UK starts. And at nighttime, sometimes I get exhausted by the end of the day. So it was not really efficient. But here in Dubai, when I wake up in the morning, still Asian session, and London comes afternoon, and evening New York comes. So time zone wise, this is very good. Yeah, and also to have more investing opportunities, I came to Dubai. Yeah, Alexander says, I have felt depressed sometimes as well. Yeah, I think we all experience, almost everybody experiences the depression. Yeah, me too. I got depressed a couple of times before. Not after I studied the Forex, but before, when I was a student, when I was broke, I got depressed also. And even after coming back to Japan, when I was working full-time, I got depressed too because overwork. So I think depression happens to everyone, but we have to know how to overcome it. Yeah. All right, Kevin, good to see you. Jason says, I would like to hear your sentiment on gold with the dollar strengthening after yesterday or anyone. Yeah, I think gold would be... Yeah, gold is downtrending right now. So, yeah, it may keep going down. I will talk about gold tomorrow on the forecast, weekly forecast. All right, Soresh says, okay, could you talk about money management? Yeah, what would you like to know about money management? There are many topics about money or risk management. Yeah, one is you have to always put the stop loss whenever you enter markets. Yeah, before I didn't know about the stop loss actually. It's kind of shame for myself that I didn't know, I didn't study about the stop loss because all I care was whether the market goes up or not. If it goes up, then I make profits. So I don't need stop loss was my mindset. And the market reversed and I lost one account. I blow one account. And then I learned the importance of the stop loss. So that was also an expensive lesson of 10,000 USD. But yeah, stop loss is like a seatbelt for me. Like when you're on the highway, you always put the seatbelt. Otherwise, when you get the car accident, you may lose your soul, so your life. So yeah, in case anything happens in the market which is unexpected, you have to have the stop loss so that will be the maximum loss on your trades. Yeah, let's see. Jason says, love the determination and confidence when leaving the company. That was already a success trigger. Inspirational. Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, back then I was overconfident, I would say. Yeah, I was determined to be success in trading, but I was too young in experience in Forex. So, but, you know, to be honest, when I was working full-time worker and part-time trader, I was doing well. I got some returns, like 10% or 12% per month I started to get. And after I got that performance for 6 months, I quit the job because I thought that will be stable. So I quit the job and then I said I'd never come back. So that was my determination. And then I changed my strategy to scalping and things went wrong. Okay, yeah. Soresh says, Kei-san, could you talk how you trail your two position trail? You can look back at my live streams. You can type Forexkei and multiple positions, and you can find some of the live streams or videos previously. In the future, when I hold positions, I will talk about that too. All right, good to see you. Thanks for joining, everybody. Rashmi says, it's hard for me to maintain a trading journal. I go on and off with it. Any tips to improve psychology? Maintain a trading journal. So you have to train. You have to get used to it. Yeah, when I first started to journal the trades, it was painful because that was so much work. Every time when you open the trades in stop loss, then you had to put all the data in the spreadsheet, and also you take screenshot, make comments, and save it on the PC. And when you exit or when you move the stop losses, you have to take screenshots and save it in the PC. When you exit, you save it also in PC with some reasons note. And it's a lot of work actually. Besides trading itself, it's a lot of work. But when you get used to it, that's when you move to the next level. So simply open the spreadsheet whenever you take trades. Yeah, when you open charts and open spreadsheet also. And you don't have to input number as soon as you enter the market. Let's say you enter buy, you analyze charts, you see charts, you get the confirmations, you enter buy, you calculate lot size, and you put the stop loss. And after that, you can input these numbers in reasons and take screenshots. So, and once you get used to it, then the magic happens. The magic of journaling the trades is that you can remember more on your previous trades. And also you can look back. Your journal is also the magic, because if you can look back your own trades, that means you can analyze some losing patterns and winning patterns. Let's say if you find every time you take the cross, let's say if you're taking the moving average cross, every time you take the moving average cross, you lose. You can look back the previous charts, maybe 50 or 100 trades, and if you see the pattern, then you can take out moving average cross strategy from your list, and then replace the other one and backtest like that. So yeah, I think when we lose, we become too emotional, too stressful, and you might not want to look back your own loss. But this process, you have to do it, because if you do, you can grow more. Sometimes you don't want to look back your own mistakes, but by looking back on mistakes, I think that's the best way to grow yourself. I learned a lot. Myself, I learned a lot based on my mistakes and losses. And that's how I build my risk management strategies. Okay, Loveday says, what motivated you? You did not quite after several losses. You didn't quit. Oh, you didn't quit after several losses. Yeah, so the motivation was after losing 3 months to 6 months under depression. My motivation was first not to come back to the full-time job anymore. And then also, I still find a joy in seeing the charts, seeing the candlesticks. Yeah, losses were painful itself, but I thought I still have something to learn, something to study, and something to experience. And that's why I just kept going. Yeah, and looking back, when I got depressed, I thought I was overconfident. Yeah, I was overconfident when I left the company, and that was my mistake. So I decided not to become overconfident anymore. Be calm on your trades, on my trades, on my exits and profits. Be calm whenever it happens, because it's not really me that makes profits. It's actually the market gives me the profits, and it's not my effort, so to speak. Like when you earn money by creating something, or when you earn money by doing some job, that's your effort, so you can honor yourself. But for me, like trading, whether you sit down, whether you sleep or not, the market just goes and you can make profits. So in that sense, for me, trading is like not effort. Like so I don't really see myself as working to make profits. So that's also a complete psychology change after the depression. Okay, let's see. Alexander says, at the beginning of the year, you said this year you are going to apply the KTS with the stock market. Are you still thinking to that? No, I don't. Not anymore. Stock market index are not really good with my strategy right now. So I'm still waiting for the chance. Maybe October, towards the end of the year, maybe I might be trading, but not right now. Okay, Kevin says, did you ever trade news events? No, I never do. I never do. Oh, I tried and failed. That's why I never do. TR says, may I know if you use leverage? What is the ratio? I use leverage up to 20, but I value the risk per trade, 2% risk to stop loss than leverage. Yeah. Oh, Love Day, thank you for the comment. Glad to see that. And thank you for joining everybody today too. This is 7th of May on Saturday. So just looking back my own trading journey today and talk about some depressions and also how to overcome, how to keep motivating myself. Ramin says, Dear K, should we go lower time frame when span A or B and Kijun Sen both go up or down, but not because of the news high or low? Yeah, you can go lower time frames when you see span AB or Kijun Sen both up or down. Yep, you can do that. Yeah, Alexander, you're welcome here. Era says, do you think it's good to take many trades every day or work on patience and only take good trades when training in demo account? In a demo account, you better work on your patience. Yes. Or at least for me. This is my strategy. So somebody else might say something different, but for me, number of trades doesn't really matter. And number of screening time doesn't really matter either in profits. So, but cultivating patience is more important. Patience and also discipline with your strategy becomes more important, especially when you start to trade with the real money. It becomes very crucial. So you can train that in a demo account. So in a sense, you have to trade with demo account as if you're trading real money. But psychologically, it might be difficult. No matter how much you believe yourself, the demo is real, but demo is demo, right? So at some point, you have to switch from demo to real. And for some people, actually, they do better in a real than demo, because that was actually one of my GTS members. He said that, if I trade with the demo account, I have no motivation. But if I trade real, then I can be real too. I can be serious in risk management and the screening charts with discipline. So I think that's true for some people. Yeah, Dinesh, you're welcome. You're welcome here. Yeah, if I follow the trends with the confirmations, then it negates the need to know what market makers are up to exactly. Simply, I follow the major trends. When it stops, I exit, and that's it. So it's very simple strategy that I'm using. Yeah. Coleman says, could you tell us your performance in 2019? Sure, I can upload it on my website. When I do, I will let you know. Griswack says, hello sir, where will dollar index end its up move? I don't know. It just keeps going up, right? It's all-time high now. So it may be resisted and retraced, but yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't really look at the dollar index when I trade the Forex, so I'm not really sure. Okay, Sefinat says, what would you consider the 3 most important qualities a trader should have? That will be first, discipline. Discipline becomes the very key. And also patience also becomes a very key to success. And also, I would say risk management is also very important. Yeah, so in terms of strategy, which one to use, how to enter, how to exit, do not really matter. Actually, do not really matter, because whatever strategy you use, if you have the proper mindset, if you have proper risk management skill, then you should be successful. So yeah, I use Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, multiple time frames, candlesticks, lower time frames I use Bollinger Band, Stochastics, and Fibonacci bands, and so on. But I use them because these are my favorites. Yeah, if my favorites are different, then I will be using some different indicators, but I can still expect some similar result if I can keep the discipline with the risk management and psychology management. Okay. Brad, yeah, the live stream starts at 2 p.m. UTC tomorrow on the weekly forecast. Bashi says, I heard you tell that you usually screen chart 3 times a day to find entry edge. Is there a fixed time when you do these 3 screenings things? No, I don't. Simply whenever I wake up, so first, I don't screen charts right after I wake up in the morning. What I do is I brush my teeth and go to kitchen and get some snacks and some tea or coffee, drink, and check some websites, news websites or TV, and see what's going on. And maybe after 1 or 2 hours, I sit down here on this desk and start to see charts. So I don't really check chart right after I wake up. But it depends. Whenever I can come back, whenever I can come to chart, I will. It may be 1 hour, 2 hours, or it may be 3 hours. But it depends. But I do so 3 times per day. So after my first screening in the morning, I simply leave charts for maybe 2 to 3 hours. Maybe I will have some lunch. I might go to gym to work out. And then I might be taking some walk outside or inside the mall. And maybe I do some shopping. And then come back. And then, start to see charts again. Usually I do this before the live stream starts. Maybe 2 hours before the live stream starts, I usually screen charts. And then after live, I do again 3 times, the 3rd time. But if I go out to eat dinner or to go shopping, or if I have some meetings, then I wouldn't check charts. So that will be 2 times sometimes. So yeah, not always 3 times, depending on my schedule. And I'm very flexible when to screen charts. Because I feel like having the entry edge is just like having a taxi on the street. Like when you look for taxi, let's say you just go out to major road, major street, and you look around taxi, and he may not there. In that case, you can just. So what I do is, in that case, I come back to home, or I can come back to the coffee shop nearby, spend maybe 30 minutes or so, or maybe 2 hours or so, and then come to the street again. And if I happen to see taxi, I stop it and catch it and go to the destination. If not, then I will come back to the coffee shop again and then spend some time. Maybe I won't pick the coffee shop next time. Maybe I will pick the library or some other places, maybe park, to sit down. And then I spend a few hours and come to the main street and then see if there's any taxi. If there are taxis, then I will capture one of them. If not, then I will simply leave and come back home. And I do this every day. And every day, when I do this, I catch taxi, and that taxi driver is very good, and he can take me to destination without any stress. So yeah, basically that's my mindset of looking for the trading edges. If there's none, then simply I won't chase it. I will just leave it, let it go, and come back after a few hours. So it's completely opposite from what I did in the past when I was depressed. I completely changed my strategy in this way. Yeah, Dennis says, I agree, even I never knew about the stop loss until I started to follow UK. Oh, sure. Yeah, stop loss is very important. Yeah, it can save your life. Chaim says, despite trading since 20 years, I am not successful in the day trading. Can you advise how and what to do? I am not sure what you have done for the last 20 years, but you have to come up with a road to follow. If you haven't been successful in 20 years, then something must be wrong. Maybe the way you study was wrong. Maybe the way you are practicing was wrong. Maybe the way you input and output was wrong. So yeah, I guess you have to follow one thing, one strategy, and then continue. And try to improve on one strategy is actually the best shortcut. Movie Hero says, hi, Kei, you said before you study Ichimoku, you mastered price action. Did you recommend best textbook for it? Since I think many entry edge confirmation come from it. Price action, yes, I have a good book about the price action from one of the authors. Hold on, I think I have it on my webpage. Maybe I can show it to you here. But the price action is the most important of my strategy. Yes, I say I use Ichimoku, I use the stochastics, Bollinger Bands, and other indicators, but I look at the price action the most. Whenever I screen charts in all the time frames, I make sure to see the candlestick patterns and the price actions. So yeah, the book I'm referring to was this one, Trading Price Action Trends by Al Brooks. This book was very good. Yeah, but trading journey can be long. It may take like 5 years, 10 years, or maybe 15, 20 years until you success. And I think that's reality. And for me also, I say I'm full-time trader because my main resource of income is the trading, and that's why I say I'm a full-time trader. But yeah, in myself, something within me also says that it may not work forever, and most likely it wouldn't work forever. I mean, my strategy in this form wouldn't work forever, and that's why whenever I see the performance change in the spreadsheet, then I will look back and try to find an area to improve my own strategies, my entry edges, or my exit timings, or the way I screen charts. I change a little bit every year, or maybe every 3 months or so, I minor change my strategies. So in this way, because markets are not always same, last year and this year, the market has been completely different. And 2 years back and this year, it has been also very different. And last 2 months, March and this month, May, has been completely different too. So the markets change like this every month or every year. So we have to be flexible and adaptive to these changing markets. And I think this is also a very important mindset to be successful in the long run. Yeah, if you do backtesting and if you have some good numbers in backtesting with one strategy, then you can make profits as long as it works. But the problem becomes when it doesn't work. When it starts not work anymore, then you may change the strategy completely, but you never want to do it. If you change the strategy completely, then you have to simply start all over again. And it may take time also for you to get used to the new indicators, new strategies. And you may think to come back to the old strategy, which was working before. And you may be into the big maze psychologically. So yeah, I think success is not really in like one form or one way to do. Because markets are unpredictable in the future. So we have to be flexible with the motivation. I mean, with this will to be success. We have to also be successful. I think these both ways is important. Yeah, never overconfident on your strategy, even if you become successful, because it may not work tomorrow. But if you can remember that point, then you can be successful in the long run, is my mindset. So yeah, so that's my comment. So yeah, I do see many comments still, but I'm sorry, I have to end the live and switch to the Ichimoku membership live. So, but thank you for joining, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend. I do see many more comments, but I'm sorry I couldn't cover all the questions. But after ending this live, I will look back these comments and enjoy your posts. So I hope you have a great weekend. And tomorrow I will do the weekly forecast at same time, 2 p.m. UTC. And I will cover the Forex pairs and gold, WTI, index, and the news for next week. So I hope we can see you tomorrow at the live stream. And until then, please enjoy your weekend. Please rest well. No trading, no markets. So you can just be away from markets psychologically. Just relax, enjoy the weekend, and I will see you tomorrow. So until then, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Alright, bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you.